Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. My name's Eric. Welcome to Talking with Famous People. Is this old man your grandpa? That's the question we pose today. It's an important question. It's got two possible answers, yes or no. We sprung forward. I was a little frustrated with myself because I was like, Eric, 3:30 is too early to get up. But I just couldn't go back to sleep. Well, obviously my body knew something my brain didn't. Namely that we had sprung forward. It's actually 4:30, not 3:30. Um, so, it's pretty exciting stuff. Even more exciting than that, though, perhaps, and this is maybe the most exciting thing of all, am I offering surrogate grandpa services? No, but since I get asked so frequently whether if I'm somebody's grandpa, I thought I'd ask the question. Maybe I can find out from you if I'm your grandpa. But apparently neither of us know if I'm your grandpa, because otherwise, why would so many people come ask me that question? Right now, though, Kiera, and this is important stuff. I know it's 11:30 where you are, but it is increasingly looking like poop o'clock where I am. I just started the stream, and already I can feel the poop moving through my body, ready to go down into the toilet. Because that's the most important thing that happens in a live stream, is that it has a valuable laxative effect on me. We're like a cool uncle. And when you actually want to listen to when he's rambling, that's pretty high praise, actually. You still want to listen to somebody while they're rambling, that's pretty good. Anyway, I'm going to go outside now to the garage, have this cigarette, and I'm thinking by the time I'm done with this, Boba Fett, and No Moons, Bubber, by the time I'm done with this health tube, Boba Fett, Kira, and No Moons, I am confident that I'm going to have a poop in my butt ready to go. It's almost there. That's No Moon. I suspect rather than it being a moon, that perhaps it's a trap. Oh yeah, this poop is really making its way down my butt tube. Your butt tube refers to the course that your poop takes, going from inside your stomach down to your butt. Every human being has a butt tube, but not all butt tubes are created equal. Okay. I have to come back and finish this house tube because my butt tube is saying, it's time, Eric. And some people aren't even aware they have a butt tube. Even though the truth is, God loves us so much that He gave us all our own butt tube. My butt tube did a good job this morning. I sat right down and plop, 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 fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. As they say in the Alka-Seltzer commercials. Hi, Trouble. Hi, silly boy. No. I don't need your attack eyes. Come in here, you push your head against my leg, all like affectionate. And then I go to pet you, and you're like, attack eyes. I don't think that's cool. But what I do think is cool is going to poo. And I'm not done. Let's not lie to ourselves. This was an opening act. This was a band with like one kind of medium hit that's opening for a good bit. Okay. So yeah, I know I'm a little better off than I was because I've gotten some poops out of me, but I'm never going to become a professional pooper with poops like that. I'm going to be stuck with my amateur status forever. Let's see here. Grilled cheese is yummy, but not as yummy as my stinker. I'll wash my hands when I go back inside. When I go into the kitchen. I'm not super into washing my hands. Unless I actually get poop on my hands, you know. It was a clean poop. It wasn't a big wiper, you know. Regardless, I'm just getting ramped up here. Cheese is welcome here, Kenny. Cheese is absolutely welcome. However, spamming is not. There. I removed one of your cheeses. I frequently end my live streams or my videos even when I upload videos. Gasoline. It would be a can of gasoline. Can you sneeze in my mouth? Well, you can try. I don't think it'll reach me, but you can try. I actually don't have any actual grandchildren. If I did have one, then I'd probably tolerate that if it were to naturally occur. The gasoline goes in this little wilderness car here, but it also goes over there in the generator if the electricity goes out. What do you want a wrench for? No, grilled cheese you cannot. What do you want a wrench for? Troublemaker. Pooping without washing hands, smoking right next to a can of gas, living life on the edge. Elaine, you know, no, Boba Fett. You are hereby removed as standard moderator. You lack discretion. Well, but obviously you don't deserve to have a wrench if the only reason you want a wrench is that you can time people out and ban people and stuff. Sneeze, obviously. That's disgusting. Well, either way, you're in disgusting town and you don't really want to live there, probably. So, I'm up early this morning, but I got a good night's sleep last night. I feel pretty rested. And and this whole line of discussion is just disgusting. So I guess you could say I don't technically feel like anybody's grandpa. I feel more like one of those kids with old man disease. Like I'm definitely the grandchild, not the grandfather. I'm practically my own daughter's child. That's how childish I am. Meow. Oh, I have incredibly massageable ears. Good while it lasted. It didn't last very long, did it? All right, here we are. Let's do our duty. Okay, I'm here doing my duty. I already did some duty in the bathroom, but I'm doing some more duty right now. Oh, difficult cat. Yes, Daddy knows. And Daddy loves. Yes, he does. You got so much dandruff. I'm right here. Yes, you do. You have so much dandruff. It makes me want to brush you with a brush. If you would just clean yourself like a normal cat, that would be nice. But nobody ever accused you of being a normal cat. Oh, yes. You like eating so much. You like to eat your foods with your little mouth. Do you know that I haven't even had a single bong rip yet this morning? It's true. Look at this bullshit. Add 1 teaspoon. You have to pour a whole shit ton of coffee cream in. 1 teaspoon. It's ridiculous. That's not gonna cream your coffee at all. 1 teaspoon. Oil up, buddy. I'm coming. Okay, well, do that at your own house, please. I'm not planning on oiling up. You want to go outside, Trouble? Well, I guess grilled cheese is on his way over. So I'll have that to look forward to today, I guess. Okay, look at this clean middle thing, because well, you know what, Carlos Paiva, here's what I'm thinking. Why was the previous live stream deleted? I was just dumb, actually. The app on my phone crashed. Then I tried to end, but it won't end the live stream unless you formally end it, right? So then I tried to end it on the computer and I couldn't, and then I just ended up getting frustrated and deleting it to make it stop, you know. But of course, what I should have done is just reopen the app on the phone, because as soon as I did that this morning, it said, "Do you want to resume your last live stream?" So I didn't need to delete it after all, but it was just me being dumb. If I just tried to open it again on my phone, I would have been able to just end the live stream. But because I failed to do that, I messed up. So I just got frustrated. I was just like, fuck it, I just gotta delete this. Yeah, just a tech difficulty. Because when things don't work, I get easily frustrated. Because it's like if it crashes like that and then you look on your channel, it still shows it as being live even though you're not connected. So that annoyed me. It's not the first time ever that's happened, but I should have learned by now how to fix that. But if you're wondering, if the reason, Carlos Paeva, you're wondering about whether it was deleted or not, here, don't worry, Carlos Paeva, I still have a picture of your soulmate, okay? So you don't have to worry about it. If you were trying to look it up so you could print out a picture of your soulmate so that you could find her, that's perfectly understandable, Carlos. And I want you to know that I still have your soulmate. I even still have a picture of Elaine's soulmate. So, Kevin. Elaine's soulmate is Kevin. Carlos's soulmate is Juanita. And Carlos, I wanted to tell you this. When you and Juanita finally meet and have a baby, I want you to name your baby Host Eric. Host first name, Eric middle name, Paeva last name. After all, If it hadn't been for me drawing Juanita, you would never know what your soulmate looks like. And apparently, Carlos, Juanita may be from either like Portugal or Spain, one of those countries, because of her name, I'm guessing. So you might not even have to travel very far to meet Juanita. His soulmate's name is Juanita, Elaine. It's the female version of Juan. And I don't know, I guess you weren't here last night, Elaine, when we drew some other soulmates too. So this is Sarah. Oh, Juanita is just confusing how she's actually Antarctican. You know what, dolls? I think you're close, but I think maybe Juanita is from the Falkland Islands. Anyway, this is Blue Elvis's soulmate, and her name is Sarah. This is Kevin's soulmate. This is not your Kevin, obviously, Elaine, okay? This is not your Kevin. A different Kevin soulmate. Her name is Crystal with a Z. Crystal. And here's Fran. This is Isaiah Root's soulmate. And we're not entirely sure, but it may be the case that Fran is paralyzed from the waist down. She kind of looked like she's paralyzed from the waist down. She also has square legs, so, you know, it's easier to fit her into a corner. Anyway, after doing a couple of... That's Cecilia, Uncle Fatty, not Juanita, okay? Oh, Cecilia, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please, to come home. I know. I'm excited by this new ability that I've uncovered in myself to channel the spirit guides and draw a picture of a soulmate. Dallas is only here briefly. Yeah, she's clearly has that native Falkland Islander look to her. Yeah, whatever happened with the Falkland Islands? Does England still own them? Or did they give them to Argentina? Yeah, good luck with your phone call, Dulles. Just remember, sup is not appropriate for a business call. Okay. Also, hey girl. Not appropriate for a business call. Try a different greeting this time, Dulles. Your clients are getting a little bit saucy with you. Really? I did not know that. Sup, my sweetest bro. That's how Dulles. That's how Dulles starts all of his business calls. Sup, my sweetest bro. Elaine, you get a wonder part for that. I'm delighted by that. Good morning, lady in red. Do you ever wear a different color? You are so much like Nancy Reagan. You're just constantly wearing red. And saying no. Sup, girl is a good intro to get a complimentary call from HR. Yeah. Hi, Dallas. Just wanted to give you a call this morning. Talk about a little something. I think I might greet Cameron this morning when he gets up that way. Sup, my sweetest bro? Well, eating red, you just gotta say no. Gotta say no all the time. Just say no. Just say nope to dope and ugh to drugs. There's some wise words. Of course, I remember Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure movie. I grew up not far from San Dimas. Drugs are greater than hugs. Well, certainly they will more reliably get you high. Hey, baby, nice knocks. Is the polite way to greet well endowed ladies. Remember Pale Rider, The Good, Bad, and the Ugly? I never saw that movie, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I've heard of it plenty of times. It's got one of the more famous titles. Um, San Dimas High School football rules. You always get high and relaxed from extended hugs. Yeah, Rachel's quite touchy. She likes to hug me a lot. Touch me, kiss me, and like rub my arm or whatever. I don't really, I'm not particularly touchy or whatever, but it's fine. I enjoy Rachel hugging me and such. I'm unlikely to initiate those things. That's why you love Red Dead Redemption 2. It's like playing a Western. What's my love language? Well, I think my number one love language is probably quantity time. Um, Rather than, they say quality time, but for me it's quantity time. And my second love language is acts of service. Correctness. Correctness is not, unfortunately, a love language. Uh, I wish it were, Elaine. Oh, the world would be so in love if only correctness were everyone's love language. But yeah, I'm not a fan of gift giving. Acts of service is kind of like gift giving. I didn't care for the movie The Mule. My love language is sobbing. Good one, man. My God. Rachel's love language seems to sometimes be worrying. She's like, is it okay that I'm this way? Um, Oh yeah, words of affirmation. I forgot about that one. That's one of my love languages as well. Relationship themed playlists. Well, you could make playlists in theory that are based on kind of relationship. Like, she's an evil woman, but I just can't let her go. You know, like that kind of song. Or, he's no good for me, but I just can't stop. That kind of song, That would define one kind of relationship. And then songs like, I don't need nobody else but you. It don't matter that you're old and horribly ugly. It don't matter that you have no redeeming qualities at all. I love you and I don't need no one else. You have that kind of relationship song? A lot of different possible relationship songs. A lot of different kinds of relationships you could just describe as songs. Said to myself, self, you stupid some beach. That is strange. How was my rice and pot roast? It was delicious. So, we're starting today with a new zest for life, a new joie de vivre. It's Sunday morning, and what that means is that at some point this morning, one of the doors I need to chew is to take the trash up to the street. Because the trash man comes tomorrow. And he's a wonderful gentleman who takes away our trash for us. Much to my delight. Otherwise, I'd have to take it to the dump myself. Speaking of trash, this trash bag right here in my trash can is full. I need to take it out, put it in the big trash can. Take the big trash cans up to the street. Well, relaxation. Feeling reasonably relaxed right now. I feel pretty good. Today's what date? Let's find out. The 10th. Okay. Then I think she was joking, Boba Fett. Last week we had a men's health panel. Of course, the question arose: is it okay for men to cry? I say shed a tear. while witnessing the first kiss during a wedding just once? I'm going to say no. In other contexts, yes, it's fine to cry. So, for example, whenever I watch anime, I usually cry. But crying at the first kiss of a wedding, no. That's just for girls. Then, like God says, I haven't really felt relaxed since I stopped using heroin. Next thing you know, you're going to Pound Town in the bathroom. I don't cry, I pee. You pee a little bit when you see a kiss at a wedding. Oh, I need to go change my underwear. This is so romantic. It is making me pee myself. Oh, it's so beautiful. Psst. Oh, yeah. My legs are getting all warm and wet from pee. So, yeah, Elaine's got kind of a bit of a strange disability. Anytime she sees something romantic, like, a Hallmark movie or something, she just pees. She can't help it. Men should never cry, even in front of their dog. Well, that's why I'm still a little boy, men like God. Because I cry all the time. I don't blame you for hating on her, correct, Boba Fett. That's a very reasonable thing to do. Well, Uncle Fatty, I'm going to trust that Elaine can tell the difference between pee and whatever other kinds of juices might come out of her. I'm assuming she knows the difference. Pee's the yellow stuff. Molten iron down your cheeks. I don't find crying painful, nor do I find it difficult. I find that it happens all the time. Well, unfortunately, Elaine, I'm highly intuitive, so I could intuit your little urination problem just from a few subtle cues you dropped, such as I don't cry, I pee. It was pretty subtle clue, clue. But I'm highly, highly intuitive, okay? When Forrest hugs Jenny in the reflection pool at the anti war rally. Thanks, Elaine. In that regard, I'm a lot like, oh yeah, I'm a highly sensitive empath. Okay? I'm extremely intuitive and a highly sensitive empath. My insight is so great that some people even call me an INFJ. I know. Only INFJs can achieve that level of insight. But you know what? I think the INFJs have awarded me honorary INFJ status. That's the only explanation for it. I cried for 2 days straight after a 5-day solumedrol drip when hospitalized. It's horrible. I'm glad it's over with. 2 years straight. What's a 5-day solumedrol drip? That sounds miserable. Crying for 2 years straight. It's going to dehydrate you too. Do I pee when you pee? No, but when you pee, I go, why does it smell like piss around here? So the only part of your urination that I get is a little whiff of pee smell, unfortunately. Sometimes psychic powers aren't that great to have. Some psychic powers are better than others, you know. Being able to smell Elaine's pee is unfortunately not a very desirable psychic power to have. But you know, she's got it worse than me. She has to smell my poo. It started up when I drew her soulmate. It created a kind of psychic connection between us that went awry somewhere. I have an equivalent connection with Blue Elvis. I believe I can now feel when his tears are falling down his cheeks. I can feel wetness on my cheeks. So this is the kind of dangerous stuff that happens when you play with powers beyond your understanding, like drawing someone's soulmate. Obviously, the power beyond my understanding is drawing. Would you be able to feel my soulmate around? Well, if you were around me, I don't think I'll be able to feel when he's near you. So I may not be able to give you any useful information, except that he's far away from you because he's near me, if he were to come near me. It's just part of the burden I take on when I draw someone's soulmate. But you know, it's not a directional power either. I can't be like, her soulmate's over there, right? It'd be like, I feel this sort of dark, foreboding throbbing throughout my body. Yesterday on Naked and Afraid, they talked about the engorged savannah. I thought engorged savannah is a good name for a pornography film. Engorged Savannah. Naked and Afraid is such a great show. It's really like shockingly good. It's even rewatchable. Cameron likes that show, so I tend to watch it a lot when he's here. And Rachel and I like watched all of the episodes at this point, but we rewatched a couple of them. When I go inside and have my grandpa glasses on, I'll be able to read what you're saying there. Right now, these old eyes aren't cut out for reading text on this little phone. I mean, the phone is regular size, I guess. It's a Galaxy Fold phone. And I do really like the folding quality of it, because it fits in your pocket so much better than a non-folding phone. I have been overall pleased with this folding phone, but I'm not necessarily thrilled with the microphone on it. It's the sort of thing, though, if you're going to be serious about like getting any kind of audio quality, you kind of have to get a lavalier mic. Final Boss Skeletor, your name is Final Boss Skeletor, actually. It is so nice to have you here. So, if you want your name to be Nick, last name Curse, then what you should do is name yourself that instead of Final Boss Skeletor. Kaka version 430. Welcome. I'm glad that you have 430 versions of your Kaka. I'm sorry, Elaine. I am not available to go find your soulmate for you. I already drew you a picture. It's going to have to do. No such thing as a soulmate unless they have the new Samsung Fold 5G. No, Elaine, I'm sorry. The best I can do for you is give you that picture, send you on your way. Just be aware it may take a few years, but if you carry that picture around and just keep looking, I'm sure he'll pop up one of these days. Men like gods, can you please not encourage Final Boss Skeletor and that kind of ridiculous stuff? Rachel got caught yesterday. I got caught the day before the day before when I got caught by Anita dicking me. Which I felt pretty silly to have gotten caught by. What are you doing? I'm live streaming Nova Stone Gaming. What are you doing? Let's find out what you're doing. Or you're chilling. Okay, good. Well, I'm going to start chilling a little bit as well then, because I'm going to copy you. It's like, yeah, maybe I could come up with my own thing to do. But now that you mentioned chilling, it just sounds pretty good. I think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to begin chilling. And I don't know if everybody's aware, don't forget to change your clocks. The ones that aren't attached to the internet. Because it's Spring Forward Day. So even though my watch says 4:18, it's actually 5:18. What do you think about that, everybody? I know, crazy, right? I feel you, dogs. All of you dogs. I feel your dog-like ways. So don't go chasing waterfalls. All right. Change your clocks and draws. Okay, Big Otis, I will do that. I'm not sure how to change my draws, but I'll figure out a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. That's what they say. My problem, therefore, is a lack of will. I take 2 poops in the morning. I take 2 poops at night. Wow, it's a lot of poops. I'm jealous. I wish I took that many poops. All right, so let's pull a hong bit. I mean a wrong bit. Why do I get that wrong all the time? A wrong bit. Here we go. Oh, that's right. I already figured out why I get that wrong all the time. Because I keep switching back and forth between bong rip and bong hit. That's good. I like that. That's some straight up Jack. It's wonderful. Jack Herrera. It's like my favorite strain of weed. Good morning, Winston's mom. Hey, don't forget, spring forward. Time to change your clocks. Hong bit. Right. Or wrong bit. Wrong bit. I went to the same college with this guy. Trust me, this guy was wild back then. I wasn't that wild back then. But I have had my wild times. Good morning, Jessica. I'm sorry. Good morning. Terrell Aberdeen. Can I get a shot out? Well, Terrell Aberdeen, I will say your name just if you say hello. So doesn't require much to get shouted out by me. Mostly when I'm live streaming, I engage with people in the chat. Show Media, for example, says Eric once chased a cheetah and ate him in the wild while on meth. That was an exciting day. I remember that day. No, you're definitely not talking about me, Venom Venom. By the way, I'm 3 years old. Elaine Spider, I just want to say hello to you, and I appreciate your spidery ways. I appreciate you watching this live stream. I know that you're the real person who's pushing to put this stream on. Otherwise, Elaine would be listening to some boring jazz. You know, Terrell Albertine, one thing I appreciate about you is we don't get a lot of 3-year-olds around here. And I like to have every demographic covered, you know? I like to be appealing too. Is that how spiders talk? He does like me. I like him too. I've already named him Brad. I've named your spider Brad. Yeah, I like Jack Herrera. It's a really tasty strain. It's got such a unique, specific taste to it as well. Ducks are overpowered. I mean, maybe if you're comparing them to, say, sparrows, Brad the spider. Yeah. That's why I like Jack Herrera as well. It consistently hits me in the head, whereas a lot of other strains, don't. Well, that's why ducks are overpowered compared to sparrows. Sure. Trouble? Hey, no. If you're gonna bother your sister, you can just forget about that. Leave Capito alone. It goes like this on the waterfowl hierarchy: ducks, geese, swans. Okay. And then, those little black birds that Brad is the name of Elaine's spider. Okay. I mean, you call him Bradley, but he normally goes by Brad. Brad's type is an ESTP. He just keeps getting bitches. I feel weird about being a housing enabler. Oh, yeah. I'm shredded, dude. I am cut. Did you know horse has a huge thing? What? Like a huge complex? It feels as though it was born to be a donkey. It wants to get donkey reassignment surgery. Very specific terpenes, consistent Dutch treatish, OG chemish. Blend them all and you got cherry pie. I like cherry pie as well. Uncle Fatty, you and I have similar tastes in the strains. I'm also a fan of cherry pie. I also like Gorilla Glue #4. But, these days, there's so much OG bred into everything. It's a shame. Because the only thing OG has going for it is it's like a super heavy indica that kind of gives you a headache. you know, can we all agree, please? Can we please get the OG out of everything for fuck's sake? The only person on earth who truly understands horses is that chef in the film Ratatouille. Huh. I didn't even think that was a person. Isn't it a rat? I do prefer sativas. I mean, it's like there used to be some good indicas, but then everything started getting muddied with shit tons of OG, you know? No, I like sativas, actually. I find they actually get me higher, too. Like, indicas are just, like, heavy indicas. I mean, that's what I'm saying, though, is it didn't used to be like that. But then everybody got obsessed with making the highest number possible, right? It's like tested like 34%, 40%, or whatever. Those weeds are all terrible. What? Jack Herrera? No, Jack Herrera is straight up sativa. I like poppy extract. Don't do Datura. Boba isothat. I don't know what that is. Purple Rain is a great strain, especially when they soak it in formaldehyde. Uh, Probably that's not a great thing. Oh, that's Boba Fett's scientific name. Goo Goo Gaga. I love it. Well, I love it. Are you a baby? Is that why you're saying Goo Goo Gaga? Is that what babies type into the chat? Yeah, you don't want to take Datura, okay? Wow. Elaine, I did not know that you were a fetus. Yeah, that makes you our youngest viewer. Yeah, don't mess with it. That's for sure. It's just super poisonous. It's not a drug, really. It's just a terrible kind of poisonous. Hi, Wendy. I'm your dad. I believe the title asks I am if I am yeah. I did some mescaline before and I disliked it a great deal. How can you donate to the channel? If you really want to, you can super chat. But don't feel any need to do so. I don't I don't typically solicit money from viewers. No, masculine does not make you masculine. Okay. It's a it's a it's a heck of a drug. I like mushrooms too, Vince Garcia. Well, be more. If you want to support the channel, you can I don't know, just come around and watch it. There's no daylight savings in India. Oh my God. No, I don't have Cash App. I don't want your fucking money. So stop. Beer makes you feminine, though. It does? Well, I only drink non-alcoholic beer. Does that still make me feminine? Gemini Mama, howdy. You are the mother of all Gemini, known as Gemini Mama. Carlos is, you know, he's still in a training bra, sleazy one. I can intuit his cup size from here. Have I seen the Sage Wall in Montana? No, I have not, Mr. McCarthyism. Uh, oh, we go to the same church for our medicine? Who, you and me? Gemini Mama? Uh, Jade plays, says, hello, I'm a teenager and I eat sushi. Okay. And you come from Italy. You're a teenager from Italy who eats sushi. The kiss says, I'm a little girl. Well, welcome anyway. Man, you look like you could tell some great stories. I could, in theory, tell some great stories if I had any great stories to tell right now. I'm I only have at best good stories to tell right now. Really depends on how I'm feeling when I wake up, you know? I had to wear a guy's cup once in baseball, and he must have been packing a sandwich pickle because I was spilling out of the damn thing. Worst game ever. Hmm. Those are called gherkins. Sandwich pickles. Okay? Called a gherkin. Everyone should know that everyone should know the name for different kinds of pickles. The little ones are called gherkins. I learned that not that long ago. Yeah, Hero Lamp, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. But who can blame him when here among us is the mother of all Gemini? Wickle is the best pickle. Grandpa, I want a sugar mommy. Well, I don't have a sugar mommy, Venom. So I don't know about how to get one of those. I can't help you with that process. I have a wife. Let's see your number, Mia 13. I don't know what that means. I begin to look forward to seeing what you will say when you arrive. You bring something different almost every time. To say, she says to Hero Lamb. He had a merkin on his gherkin. I don't know what a merkin is. I'm curious what a merkin is now. I'm gonna have to Google that one. Is that a real word, or are you just making up rhymes? If you're just making up rhymes, I totally get that. I do that too. Rachel and I finished Well, after our pickles yesterday, we had two left, and I made us prosciutto board for dinner, which is kind of a good meal. And you put like olives, pickles, salami, cheese. Uh, I guess those were the four things that I had on it. Seems like maybe I had something else, but maybe I didn't. That's a good meal, you know? If you put enough of that stuff out, you both eat a full meal just like that. All right, well, we've gotten a cup of coffee, and that's excellent news. We'll also put in a couple of minutes, just real quick, not even a couple of minutes, we just maybe like 30 seconds, watching the cat eat, because, you know, you put in some cat eat watching time now, you can put that in the bank, you know. If you give him a good hard watch in the morning, then he maybe needs to be watched a little less going forward. Here's my other cat. Hi, Capio. Jump up. Go ahead. Yes, Capio's here. That's fine. She's allowed to eat in the kitchen too. There's cat number two. She doesn't need to be watched eating, but I figure I'd be doing you all an injustice if I didn't take this opportunity to show the more camera shy of the two cats. So, you know, we have them eating in separate places, obviously. He eats on the table over here. She eats up here. Trouble? You just, like, he just hates his sister so much. Trouble? Off he goes. But, you know, I know what he's going to do. He's going to, like, set up shop over here where when Capio's done eating, he can bother her. And she's, like, well, I just missed it, but she was looking over there, keeping an eye on him too, because she knows that he's bad. She's been victimized plenty of times by his badness. Capio harmed Trouble? No. She totally did not harm Trouble in any way, shape, or form. Capio was our cat. Trouble forced his way into the family, and then wants to control access to me completely. He's just being a dick, that's all. Susie one says, Eric, forgot to mention, you should look into the Cat Guru Cat Bowl and food table. It'll give you a bowl that prevents them from spilling all over the place, also lets them eat at the appropriate height so that they don't throw up as much. Huh. Is it nice being tall? I mean, it's just the absence of one thing that one might potentially be insecure about, you know? Trouble, just go outside. Just go outside. You're back in here to bother your sister. And I say, no. There. Now, I sent him outside. So, Capio can relax, eat her foods in peace. No, I can't. It's just, it's like life has all these various norms, right? And basically, it's just a bunch of reasons to feel insecure about yourself. Could be any number of things, somewhat contingent on your gender. I think all those physical norms are horrible, but I'm not a very physical person, Touch grass for me, please. um, I don't have any grass around to touch, really. And even if I did, I don't know why I would touch grass for you. No, I'm not sponsored by Pepsi. This is just a jacket that I inherited from my father. And I like it, actually. I like it a lot. It's easy to put on, comfortable, kind of like light jacket. 5'9", I'm always a help at stores for folks. Yeah, sometimes people ask me to get things down from shelves for them occasionally. It hasn't happened in quite a while, actually. But it does happen every once in a while. I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. No way a 75-year-old streams. I'm not 75. But when I become 75, I will still be streaming, no doubt. Well, one thing we're doing is taking some advice from Sleazy Juan about how to improve cat feeding and watering, which I'll probably follow your advice. Faith says, you are like 100. Well, so this morning I've gotten 75 and 100. I'm 52. I'll be 53 pretty soon, But I never really spent a whole lot of time thinking about my age, But since I started getting all these new subs, I've been inundated with people coming in and telling me that I'm old, or someone come get their grandpa, he's forgotten his meds, or are you my grandpa? A bunch of other shit like that. So I just thought it would be a fun title. It would at least preempt people coming in and saying, are you my grandpa, old man? Well, that's what the title's asking. Am I? You tell me. Good morning, Ruben. Good morning, Rachel. Yeah, spring forward, everybody. It's end of daylight. End of standard time. I'm Venom's current boyfriend. Wow. Lettuce. Okay, lettuce. Gotcha. I understand, lettuce. Host Eric has a face like chiseled granite. Yeah, I know. I forgot about it too, but my body obviously remembered because I got up unreasonably early. Are you streaming for money? No, that's not why I'm streaming. Because, okay, well, don't spam me, fuckface. Now I'm not going to say it, okay? Jeez. You look like 72, says Marissa Viejo. Well, thanks. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna say that either. You guys, stop with your original Palestine stuff. Everyone, you just need to stop with your bullshit. I'm tired of all this. Like, Israel, Palestine, Israel, like, shut up, alright? You know what I'm saying? For fuck's sake, I don't care. I mean, I've already articulated whatever position there is to be correct about the thing. So, there's nothing further to say about it. Everybody comes in here, caring so much about Palestine. Well, they need to just watch my previous video, which I've answered the questions about it, and just learn that that's the correct position on things. It's like I go out of my way to be correct about everything. And these people, they don't even check the previous live streams to see what my answers were. Hi, Trouble. At the moment, I'm just smoking a health tube. I'm out of shape, but you can't tell with my shirt on. Are you getting a toupee soon? No, I'm not. Origination music. I have no intention of getting a toupee. I do periodically wear hats, but I don't think very much about my appearance before I start live streaming. I'm not one of those comb your hair kind of people. All right, we'll save the rest of that health tube for later. Because I am running out of health tube. When I wear tight clothing, I don't wear tight clothing. I don't see any reason to wear tight clothing. What am I? Some kind of dancer at Chippendales? No. So why do I need to wear tight clothing? And the answer is, I don't need to wear tight clothing. I don't like wearing tight clothing. Obviously, tight clothing is less comfortable than loose clothing. The exception is bun huggers. I do like wearing bun huggers. Because, you know, it hugs your buns, obviously. That's one advantage of bun huggers. But that's not the only part of you that it hugs. I think, you know, I'm the kind of guy who, if I had lived back in the day, I probably would have worn a codpiece. That's basically what bun huggers are. They're a modern codpiece. Bun huggers are kind of like a corset for men. But you know, with gentle corseting effects. Fortunately, no laces. That would probably be too much corseting and painful. Well, I'm making progress this morning with my poops here. And that's wonderful news. Basically, it tells me that my butt chute is doing a good job. So a lot of people have asked me, hey Eric, can you explain to us what your butt chute is? Sure I can. Your butt chute is the part of your butt where poop is before it gets into your butt. Your butt chute or butt tube is called by either name. You may hear it referred to in the scientific journals as either one. Either your butt chute or your butt tube. Anyway, when I'm feeling a little constipated, I concluded that probably it's because there's dryness in my butt chute. Just like a water slide won't slide if there's not water on it, so too with your butt chute. If it gets too dry, then your poop doesn't come up. That's my current theory. That's the theory that I'm working under currently. But I will say, you know, it's very likely I'm not done pooping this morning. I probably have a third poop in me. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . I may even have a fourth after that. Really depends. Well, no, there's no reason for me to watch you eat anymore. I've watched you eat plenty. You don't need that much eat watching, and you can just get over it already. No. Get over it. There. Poopaholics.com. Well, I am addicted to Poopahole. That's true. No, there's two terms for it. It's either butt shoot or butt tube. Either one. Now you leap forward. We're currently leaping forward. That means you turn the clock forward an hour. So even though my watch says it's closing in on 5 a.m., it's actually closing in on 6 a.m. It's either one, butt shoot or butt tube. Do I want to hear a joke? We'll find out after I hear it. Yeah, you can't bring a pungent bottle of poopahol around me because I'm a poopaholic. Where did I leave my coffee? I must have left it in the poop room. Right, fair enough. What's the point of putting the time forward? Well, here, Lamb, it's hard for us to remember. No, it stays like the same amount of time. But it's hard for us to remember that back in the day when Benjamin Franklin came up with daylight savings time, they didn't have any electric lights. So they'd be like, look, let's try to keep the hours kind of consistent across the year so we don't constantly have to change our store hours and stuff. I don't know if I have. I could roll a joint. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. So normally I pull bong rips, but I don't know. You tell me what you call that. I'm sure this is a horrible joke. It's going to be a horrible punchline. But c'est la vie. Loading the dishwasher. I don't get it. Maybe I'm bad at jokes. I don't know. I don't get that joke. Yeah, that just brought me to a complete standstill, frankly. Don't quite know what to do with that one. So I'm going to make a salad here out of these various strains of Cameron broth. Well, whatever, I dropped a piece. This should be enough for a single joint. Michigan. How Gillis are you on a scale of 1 to Gillis? I have no idea. I don't know what that term refers to. I'm not sure how one would measure that thing. And I don't know what my score is on that scale. I don't appreciate your racist jokes. Because racism is bad. Sleazy one, nobody needs to tell me to relax, alright? Even when I'm agitated, the problem is never that I'm not relaxed. Even if I'm not relaxed, that's never the problem. If I'm not relaxed, well, then obviously something in life is being inadequately relaxing. Oh, okay, cool, fine. It's fine. I don't, it's like, I'm not a Karen about shit, but I'm also not a groupist at all, of any kind. Alright, here we go. There. Oops. That's pretty good. It's maybe not my finest effort in history, but it's good enough. Now, I'm going to have to spark this off camera. If you had a son, would you name him Jack Herrera Strauss? Probably not. Yeah, I know how to roll a joint, Mr. Boston. I've been doing it for decades. Well, I'll explain the same thing I explained to everybody who asked about this. The number one reason I have a torch and use it all the time is because this is a lighter I never put in my pocket and set down someplace else, No, it's not. It's this. It's good to smoke a joint sometimes, break up the monotony of bong rips. I'm sure we do all have torches. But my point is, some people think like, well, I get using that for meow meow, but why use it for meow, right? My point is because it I there is actually a lighter in my pocket, but another one in this other pocket. Sometimes I'll get. I mean, I don't technically dab. I'll put some concentrate on top of a bowl sometimes. Hi, Lily and Garbett. Yeah, did you guys start a fire, Ruben, in the fireplace? They sell me 13 1 gram joints for $50. Yeah, I didn't start one. I would have expected that to be something that you do because I guess it's something I I feel sad about like us not having a fireplace here. So that's why I think like that's the best thing about that place. Is it has a fireplace. I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I like this house a lot better than that house. But this house was built after you could put fireplaces in. Instead of fireplaces, we have these propane things here. What do I think about communism? I think it's just another form of totalitarianism. It's just authoritarianism structured like meow versus like meow. It doesn't really matter how you structure authoritarianism, it's just always suck. Yeah, we're still waiting on those Doritos. Just kidding. I did not anticipate getting any Doritos anytime soon. When you're like, we're going to the store. Maybe someday. Oh, you have a fireplace at home. Well, that's not as exciting for you. Yeah, it. You know what? There's something relaxing about smoking a joint instead of blowing ribs as well. Would I rather have world peace or cure for cancer? Cure for cancer. World peace sounds like something that's going to help other people. Cure for cancer sounds like something that's going to help me. I love fires, but I don't smoke inside. I don't smoke cigarettes inside. Yeah, we've got two clean towels for you here. I'm just joking about the Doritos. I can't even eat them. I don't have enough teeth to eat Doritos these days. Frequency, vibration, good diet, exercise. Well, I don't have any of those things, Mr. Boston. So, cure for cancer isn't good. Well, again, that's assuming that um, you are, say, concerned for the world or something. You might say, Sure, yeah, I'll go get the towels from upstairs. According to Rachel, the two white towels in the upstairs bathroom she washed in anticipation of you guys arriving, hung them up there. But then Cameron brought his own towel, so, and you guys aren't here, so um, I will get those two white towels right now. And obviously, instead of parking over on the side, just pull up in the middle of the driveway. All right, let's go get some towels for Ruben and Acacia. Because yesterday I gave them two towels, but they were very small towels. Because, I wanted to discourage them from getting too wet. Here we come up here. Where is there? Oh, wait. Rachel took the white towels away from up here now. Oh, no, here they are. Never mind. They're hanging on the door, I see. They're not hanging over there, they're hanging on the door. That makes sense. Upstairs. Upstairs is what I like to call the slave quarters. I live downstairs in the master bedroom. Because I'm the master. Yeah, we do have white towels. Oh, what kind of cancer are we curing? Presumably all kinds of cancer at the same time. All right, Ruben's driving over here right now. I'll put those towels right there. You can look at them to confirm that they're there. Well, Mr. Boston, with thanks to Eric's miracle cancer cure, no matter what kind of cancer it is, just apply this simple ointment and it'll be cured. Heart cancer, just rub this ointment on your heart. Brain cancer, just rub this ointment on your brain. Everything cancer, just rub this ointment on everything. And you will be cured. Rectal cancer, I barely know your cancer. So what we're gonna do, oh, is that your almond milk? Why did you leave it here? That was foolhardy of you. Creole Cool says, if I may, where are you and what time is it there? I am in California and it is 6:15 in the morning. More specifically, I'm in Mariposa, California. Which translates, if you speak Spanish, into butterfly. I live in Butterfly, California, except it's called Mariposa, which sounds a lot better than butterfly. I'm glad I don't live in a town called Butterfly. That would feel super not manly, but Mariposa, that's fine. Go to the Rosicrucians and ask them about your cancer. Who are the Rosicrucians? I mean, I don't have any cancer. I'm just saying, that if I could choose one of the two things, world peace or cure for cancer, I'd choose cure for cancer because that might at some point help me. It's much more likely to help me than world peace is likely to make a difference for me. I'm beyond draft age, you know. Let me let Ruben in.
I'm gonna go get them though. Yeah, I am. No. I can't. Oh, you don't. All right. Okay, what? What do you think? You're not gonna turn away some Doritos about bringing them back, right?
No, I won't turn them away. Ruben forgot the Doritos again. How funny is that? I will show you, Ruben, when they have the largest Egyptian museum in America, the Rosicrucians. Huh. And the largest alchemy museum in the world. Wow. So if Ruben R does come back with Doritos, then I will show him to you when he returns. And you'll be able to look at him with your eyes. Those people helping with your disease of reversing cancer. Mogad. What's Mogad mean? Mostly god awful, damn it. The Rosicrucians are a community of philosophers studying natural laws in order to live in harmony with them. Well, good for them. I'm proud of them for their excellent work studying natural laws. Technically, I'm not what you would call a Rosicrucian. You don't know me, 5678. Johnny GTCA says, look at this beaut. Shucks Rat Razabayev. Hello. Mr. Boston says, I believe that everything happens for a reason. My ex-wife used to say that. Jake Wish says, ... Ibror Yoldashev says, like. Dylan says, I have PTSD. Do you know the best way to solve it? No. I don't know anything about that at all. I can't solve your PTSD, and I can't solve what's wrong with me, 'cause I'm just a regular guy like you, even though my name is Eric.
That's a great song.
Thanks.
I love you.
I love you too, precious angel. Sorry for breathing on your face like that.
It's okay.
I was talking and kissing at the same time. PTSD is not solved by drugs, says Mr. Boston. Yeah, probably not. I don't know if PTSD is actually ever solved per se, so much as it is reduced in severity over time, maybe. I'm not sure. And the only kind of PTSD I've incurred was I had something like that. Oh, Dylan says, oh, actually, I know how to solve it by you getting off the camera. Well, that doesn't make sense, Dylan, because you can't have PTSD while the trauma is ongoing. Okay? So, you'd have to be away from this stream to recognize that, oh my gosh, look at me go. Thank you, Ruben.
You're welcome.
Let me just show everybody a picture of Ruben.
What's up?
Let me turn the camera around here. Hold on.
Congratulations. You have Doritos.
Here, now
There
you
you go.
hand them to me formally. Yes. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Goodbye.
It only counts as reality when it happens on live stream.
You're welcome.
Thanks,
for coming.
Ruben.
See
Yeah,
ya.
sure. Have a good morning.
Dude.
Actually, Creole Cool says, is it snow where you are and how are you guys dealing with it? There is a teeny bit of snow left on the ground, but like there might be still today. I don't know. There was yesterday some little patches of snow in a couple spots, but it may be melted all the way today. So, Mr. Boston, you're actually from Massachusetts. Wow. Look at that. What do you know? Yeah, he's not just named Mr. Boston. He's actually from Massachusetts. That's pretty special and pretty important. Because Massachusetts is a wonderful place. I've never been there, but I'm sure it is. Massachusetts. It's got a great name, right? I like Massachusetts' name, and I like Connecticut's name. There ain't no snow in Massachusetts anymore. Ain't no snow neither in Connecticut on the shore of Lake Erie, I suppose. Perhaps it's one of those I don't really honestly know, 'cause I'm an American and Americans don't know about geography. I'm not sure about Massachusetts. What's the deal with that, you know? I'm gonna play one song here and then I'm gonna put the guitar down. Gerald has a lot. Gerald has a plot to get the margarine's tater tots. He's got a good idea for a name-changing business. Thinking now about what to call Christmas when they hire his firm to change that name. Gerald always thought there'd be chance enough to return to the work left rough. He'd get back to it eventually. But his visions piled up and his plans would interrupt all the work that started off so hopefully. Now his mind is back on his business, thinking of changing factless to listless. Oh, how well the people will shout his name. And Gerald knows he understands ever more clearly now. He won't provide explanation regarding the why or the how. He'll see you and know you from inside your heart. Exciting, delighting, Gerald plays his part. But Gerald still knew too much to do, and he had dropped time in the underview. Too much to rebut, so where now and what? Too much time spent nitpicking the skew. With you. Now Gerald has a lot. Gerald has a lot. Gerald has a plot to get the margarine's tasty spots. He's got a good idea for a name-changing business, thinking now about what's called Christmas, when they hire his firm to change that name. Gerald has a thought. And no, that's not T-H-O-T. Okay, it's T-H-O-U-G-H-T. The same way that Sarah is spelled. Ruben will freeze out there. That's so cruel, Eric. I didn't freeze, Ruben. You're welcome, Mr. Boston. Who? Why? WTF? This is my granddad? We lost contact with him over 10 years ago. I'm back. I'm back to be your grandfather again. Boy, where have I been these last 10 years? Where have I been? I can't believe he actually went back, got the Doritos, and brought them back. I'm impressed, Ruben. That FE really has you enslaved. I could totally imagine Acacia licking almond milk off of a dish. Sinus says, good luck, thumbs up. Good luck, thumbs up to you too. Hi, Lewis Clifford. How are you? I hope that you are fine. In fact, you know what? I'm going to hope that you are better than fine. I'm going to hope that you are very good, maybe even very, very good. Is this what kids are doing these days? Live streaming? Yeah, apparently. Because even though I look a lot older, I'm actually 14. Well, maybe I'm an actual stud muffin if I were somewhat close to the age I look. But I'm actually 14. I've got that old man disease for young people. So my 39-year-old wife is actually robbing the cradle, not me. I'm 35, but I feel like I'm 75. Do I know your dad? No, I'm actually your mother's father. I'm your maternal grandfather, not your paternal grandfather. You're not like offensive or bad, but you could be, and they could watch it. Well, that's true. But I mean, have a little bit of faith in young people's ability to make decisions for themselves as well, you know. Habitable. Brian Marcolini says habitable. You mean my house is habitable? Yes. Cora says, say hi, Cora. Very well. I will obey. Hi, Cora. Okay, well, here, Lamb, there's nothing sad about people of any age arriving here in this location on YouTube. Whatever else you might think about YouTube, there's nothing but good truth and correctness to be found here. Okay? I'm not going to either be incorrect in my perspectives, incorrect in my affirmations, incorrect in my advice. I don't give advice, you know, very much. Lewis Clifford's a YouTuber. I thought I was the only YouTube channel in the world. Lewis Clifford. Wait, now there's another YouTube channel besides this one? Yeah. High five. High five. I stole your dad's watch, traded it in for an 8-ball. Yeah, who knows? All I know is that time spent here is time well spent for any person, young or old, because what they will find here is a bunch of very correct wasting of time. You know, you can waste your time correctly, more or less correctly, right? When you waste your time here, you maximize the correctness of your time wastage. And that's pretty good. I'm not you are just saying because you are jealous. Am I jealous of you? I was joking, Lewis Clifford, when I said I'm the only YouTube channel in the world. Obviously, there are other YouTube channels besides mine. Your own included, no doubt. I don't actually think I'm the only YouTuber in the world. But, you know, that would make it easier for me to succeed if I were the only YouTuber in the world. Oh, well, sorry. Thanks for clarifying, Lewis Clifford. I, once again, have mistaken something somebody's saying to somebody else as being directed at me. This happens all the time. Sometimes I know it's not directed at me and I want to respond to it. In this case, I thought it was directed at me. Because, well, I am a YouTuber like you, Lewis Clifford. I may not be quite as good at it. That's why I continually mistake things directed at other people as things directed at me. Where's my hat? There it is. It's too cold to go outside without a hat right now. I'm doing fine. Thanks, Richie Davis. Thanks. I'm actually not worried about whether I'm doing fine. Benjamin Akbari says, "Swiggle, scraggle, squiggle." I can't read your squiggle squaggles, okay? I believe you. Jeez, Lewis Clifford. I don't doubt that you're a YouTuber. Winston's mom just linked to your thing. I was just joking about that whole thing. I've been YouTubing for a long time. And I've been live streaming a lot for a long time. So I'm very comfortable with what I'm doing, how I do things, etc. Now, this recent channel growth that I've experienced the last month and a half or so, 2 months coming up on probably, is very, well, it's new to me, you know. I was totally stagnant for at least a couple of years. And that's nice. It's just nice to get some fresh faces, fresh blood around here, just to give me more stuff to respond to in the chat and so forth, you know. But there's very little in life that I'm quite as comfortable doing as live streaming. I find myself singing in my head right now. That's why I'm silent. Because there's this Joni Mitchell song that goes, um, "You're my meow meow in the morning. You're my fireworks at the end of the day. The warmest chord I ever heard. Play that warm chord, play. We don't need no piece of paper from the city hall, keeping us tried and true now. My old man, keeping away the play. Oh, when I run." There's a Joni Mitchell, as always, has super complicated melody lines, but I myself thinking of that song because it's like that's how it is with live stream, you know. It's my meow meow in the morning. It's my meow meow at the end of the day. It's just kind of how I roll all the time. Nothing counts as real unless it happens on the live stream. If I don't talk about it on the live stream, it didn't happen. Nothing counts as going down on the permanent record until I've live streamed about it. I mean, this channel has been the one consistent thing about my life over the course of the last 10 years. And it's played a huge role in my life for those 10 years. What's my favorite thing to do? This, I guess, you know, streaming. At least it's the thing I choose to do most frequently with my free time. I don't know if it's my favorite thing to do. I do like to play guitar sometimes, you know. I feel like I'm ready to write some new songs. I've got one in the works. But I also am still implementing the tail end of a very long plan to polish and get performance ready on my existing material that I'm happy with, right? I'm not happy with all of my existing material, obviously, not even close, because I've got hundreds of songs. But the ones that I am happy with, I have pretty well polished at this point. I mean, I still don't even have them all memorized, but well, like, I've got a set, like a 7 or 8 song set, probably pretty well polished out. It's amazing how long it takes, for me anyway, because the one thing that's always slow in coming is I have heard of Roblox. I've never played it. Roblox did not exist when I was a kid. Yeah, Boba Fett. That's why I'm in here, Azura. I'm here to polish the BBC. As you know, I am fluidly transracial, and sometimes I split in half, above the belt, below the belt, you know. Yep, here comes another poop. I knew I had more poop in me still. I still have more poop in me still, so. But it's great to be getting these poops out. I've been constipated the last few days. Obviously, I would love to live in a world where I poop all of my poops every day. But I think God just never really had that in store for me. I've never been a good pooper in terms of, you know, I'm impatient, right? Like, if I don't have a compelling need to poop, then I'm not going to sit here and work on it for very long. As a little kid, I always used to put off pooping while I was playing as long as I could, you know. But I'm at least trying to get a little bit better about my poops in my old age, you know. Now that I'm everybody's grandpa. Now that I'm everybody's grandpa, I'm going to really have to devote myself to the fine art of pooping. And yeah, I'd say pooping is as much art as science still. We haven't mastered it so well that And anybody can just replicate how to poop by just following a set of instructions. It's not that simple. There's an art to pooping. And that art is called poopostrophe. The fine art of pooping. It's like in Asia, it's like the equivalent to a tea ceremony. You have to delicately arrange your butt cheeks on the toilet, and then, rough stuff like that. Important stuff. You have to maintain a completely impassive expression on your face the whole time you're pooping. There. So I've just completed my Arakanese poop ceremony, which invokes the wisdoms of the ancients, of course, because humans used to possess much more advanced poop technology than they do nowadays. We have so much to learn from the ancients. If you want to get someone to highlight their name, hit the @ write their name. Well, here I am. I'm sure there are weirdos all around me. I'm not worried about the weirdos. I'm more worried about the normalos. I'm not a kid. Azura's got a point. Here I am. I may have the spirit of boyhood in my heart. I do. But I am actually 52 years old. So what kid? I mean, look, first of all, we have no way of knowing how old somebody is, okay? So well, man of lawyers. I'm not banning Azura. Don't be such a Karen. If there are kids in here, it's like, I'm not going to age restrict every stream I do because, probably the people who are most likely to say that stuff are kids, really. So, man of lawyers, your friend Mike Oxlong has a very interesting name. Are you a kid? Well, I mean, look, the thing is, how am I supposed to please all this shit, right? I can't check to see how old people are. Meow, 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 meow. I, you know what, Azura? I think no cap. I would not be surprised at all if he is a kid. There are plenty of kids who stop in around here, you know? It's not that shocking that he might be a kid. And yeah, obviously it would be great if you didn't direct that stuff at people who are young. But I also don't blame you for not believing it and or not feeling any obligation to check first, right? So it's a little bit more tricky um, than just what I think maybe Heroland is being a little reductive and dealing with it. David Clayton says, peace, 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 peace. Well, peace, peace, peace to you too. JJ, I'm back from the dead and better than ever. I'm here to show you how to tie a fly fishing fly. That's the sort of thing that Grandpa does. I'm here to teach you how to tie a fly fishing fly. I don't play Roblox either. Azura's dad served in the Roblox military for 10 years. What's more, my stream is alive. That's true. It's alive with pleasure. So let's check out what is coming out this morning on Crunchyroll. It is Sunday. It's one of the 3 good days of the week on Crunchyroll. Now, let's take a gander. Shangri-La Frontier came out at 3:30 a.m. Love it. Love Shangri-La Frontier. Great cartoon. Action-packed. That's the only thing that's come out so far today that I want to watch. But let's see what comes out later in the morning. Ooh, Fluffy Paradise comes out at 7 a.m. I love Fluffy Paradise. Fluffy Paradise is extremely kawaii. It's very kawaii, and I like it. It's good too. Not just kawaii, it's also good. I also enjoy at 7:15, Seventh Time Loop. The villainess enjoys a carefree life married to her worst enemy. Oh, sure. It's Otome-esque, but I like those cartoons personally, as long as it's not too romancy. And that one's good. I like it. Banished from the Heroes Party, I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside season 2. I'm rather looking forward to this because I actually just in between new cartoons I haven't seen before, I rewatched season 1 of that. So that's all we have for the day. We've got Shangri-La Frontier, Fluffy Paradise, Seventh Time Loop, and Banished from the Heroes Party. Those are the only ones that I watch on Sunday. They come out on Sunday. You didn't expect me to be an anime liker? Oh, well, I'm an extreme anime liker. If you teach properly, I'll donate $10. If I teach what properly? What are my thoughts on the Israel-Palestine situation? I mean, Israel needs to stop enforcing an apartheid state on Palestine and just let them be their own country. Then, without any terms or stipulations, okay? There's no just way for them to continue sustaining this apartheid state of second-class citizens. So you just knock that shit off. Then, if the Palestinians attack Israel, then Israel can treat them as another nation state and attack back all they want. Am I accepting donations at this time? If you want to donate, you can always super chat. I like anime. I like a lot of different anime. One of the more more hentai-ish animes that I actually enjoy is one that I watched yesterday. Actually watched it with Rachel. No, Dracula's Trap House, stop misrepresenting shit. What I said specifically was Israel needs to simply wash their hands of Palestine entirely and the Palestinians entirely. Say, you are now in charge of yourselves. We have nothing to do with you. With no terms, stipulations, or proposals, right? None of that bullshit. That's just Israeli ways of trying to force the Palestinians to lose the war of ideas, right? So fuck that shit. Uh-uh. Don't believe that bullshit. Be smarter than that. And it's not like I am a huge fan of Islamic nations in the Middle East, but I'm a huge fan of being correct about things. It's not, neither side is good or bad, true, Azura. One side has a direct, concrete duty slash obligation as a functioning nation state to behave in accordance with human rights obligations, right? Whereas the other, the second class citizens being kept in an apartheid state, cannot be held to that same standard because they don't have agency over themselves. This is a very straightforward and simple point that nobody can deny, okay? That nobody can deny, that nobody can deny. Because it's a very straightforward point that nobody can deny. So don't try to deny it. I am doing fine. What's going on? I've never seen anything like this doing something else. Okay. What's going on is I'm currently correcting people who are saying we're trying to muddy out some moral equivalency between the Israelis and the Palestinians. The Israelis can claim that moral equivalency once they afford the Palestinians equivalency of agency rather than setting a bunch of fucking terms and stipulations by which they will, allow them to govern themselves. I mean, just fuck off already, Israel. You came in there, you stole their land, and now you want them to behave as you want them to behave before you're going to give them any autonomy over themselves. It's just fucking ridiculous. Just fuck off, right? It's ridiculous. And not complicated or confusing at all. Not requiring any more, well, but both sides. No, don't freaking lie like that. I can always explain this every day for as long as it's required. I'll explain it day in and day out. Because for whatever reason, people don't like to say the only things that matter, right? They say things like free Palestine rather than here is exactly why Israel has the burden to act. And until they take action specified they will continue to have that unilateral burden. And here's exactly why. That's the only thing that matters. But nobody ever says that. What's up with that, you know? Why does everybody always focus on the wrong thing, something irrelevant and stupid? It's like, surely I cannot be the only person in the world who understands relevance. You know, and that's what the country needs, a commander-in-chief who just lays it out there, right? Just like I just did. And says, ain't no other thing to say about it except fuck off until you remedy this problem. And the only possible way that you can continue to claim any kind of moral justification or high ground whatsoever, not by setting terms and stipulations to afford people the agency that you stole from them. Later shoots Mask 7 says, good sir is spitting facts. And that's what I try to do around here. Good day to you as well. I don't know what country you're from. Your name sounds like you're from Swiss. Your name sounds like you're from Germany. Your circle look like you're from Switzerland. And your language makes it sound like you're from Australia. So I don't know where you're from. Well, that's the point. I'm not rooting for a side. Hi, Reese the 13th. I'm just speaking the truth about where the obligations lie, which is the appropriate thing to do. Greenheart, Kitty Greenheart, hello to you as well. Wonderful to see you here. I'm glad that your hearts are green because you're Irish. When Irish eyes are smiling, it means they're drunk. You know, it's like Bob Marley says. You tell the youths about the Christopher Columbus, and you said he was a very great man. You tell the youth about the Marco Polo, and you said he was a very great man. You can't blame the youths when they don't learn. You can't fool the youths. You can't fool the youths. Here's the thing though, Bob Marley, I gotta tell you. You can fool the youths. The olds, the youths, and everything in between. Everybody's foolable. Except me. Even I'm sometimes foolable. Like I got fooled by Anita Dick and me yesterday, 2 days ago. So I do get fooled occasionally. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, won't get fooled again. Quote George W. Bush. Was that why, Azura? That must have been it. Well, I don't know that song, but Looks is Deceiving by the Gladiators. Unfamiliar with it. If I were going to play a reggae song, I would play either You Can't Fool the Youths, or I could maybe play Three Little Birds. That's a good reggae song. Simple Girl, if I did not say hi to you already, hello. You're the 357th Simple Girl on YouTube. I'm surprised that there were 356 Simple Girls before you. Old time people Dim used to say. Another reggae song that I could play that would be kind of fun to play would be um, Rudy by the Specials. Stop your messing around. Oh, better think of your future. Oh, else you find up in jail. Oh, Rudy, a message to you, Rudy. It's a good reggae song. I'm not sure if it was written by the Specials or what. And as far as ska songs go, you can get some good ska songs from the English beat, like Mirror in the Bathroom. It's an excellent song. And I met Jeanette, substitute runette. She said, will you remember? Said you'd never forget you, Jeanette. That's a good song. So, kind of making me want to play some covers, you know. It's a little early in the morning to be making a lot of noise in here. It's 7:09, but really it's 6:09 in body time. I'm going to have to go to the store at some point to get more cigarettes. I got plenty of butts, but I'm not going to play Clapton Layla. I hate that song. It's a horrible song. Yeah. What a horrible song. Distillate of Hennessy, elixir of grape, a splash of readily available promethazine. Normally, this would create an inert mixture, but Nagar had a plan. This brew would be worthless in the hands of those oppressive white wizards which daily used their red and black blue flying pigs to do their bidding. They could not use this power. Clapton is high-key a terrible person. I mean, he's a terrible artist. We can definitely agree about that. I don't know anything about his personal life, but he's a terrible artist. And nobody should like any of his music at all. And those who do, they might run afoul of Nagar. Because Nagar came to his study, a mostly empty room with a PlayStation attached to a view screen, a short set of shelves, and a folding chair made of humble plastic. He's very bitter. I read his book. He swiftly got dressed in the blackest of garb, making note of the change in the concoction which he had let rest on the seat of the chair. Do I like Amy Winehouse? I mean, I think her story is very sad. Very sad story. You know, she died of alcoholism, and she died young. D. Dookie is continuing with his story, which definitely needs dialogue. Okay, let me just tell you that right now, D. Dookie. Nagar looked at himself in the reflection orb. He peered into the double cup which he now held. Dissatisfied, Nagar reached for his Gen 6 wand with a switch. He chambered a spell of lead and placed upon his feet a pair of very expensive and rare Jordans. If he made one wrong move, they would crease, and the preparations would be for nothing. Well, I mean, I'd have to see this story in context of more of it, but my immediate inclination is don't get too enamored with narrative, Good fiction moves quickly because it's got plenty of dialogue. Yeah, she said no, no, no to rehab for sure. And you know, I respect that. Just like I respect Lindsay Lohan for making rehab give her her Adderall. I think that's wonderful. But now Lindsay Lohan's all boring. I don't even think she parties anymore. So, what are you going to do about that? When Lindsay Lohan doesn't even party anymore, you know you're getting old. Yeah, she's kind of a hero. Kind of a hero to me. With her wild, chaotic, you know, crazy Lindsay Lohan shit. She's a real hero, a patriot, you know. She fought for our right to party. And now she's older than me. Even though I'm assuming she's not as old as me. Thanks, Temple Girl 357. I mean, you'd definitely rather be. Oh yeah, I've washed my hands twice, no moons, because I've had 3 poops this morning. I didn't after my first poop, but no, after. But I washed my hands after my second and third poop. Yeah, well, I quit drinking over 10 years ago now, and certainly drinking loses its appeal. But you know, you got to find the right times, the right combination of drugs, the right moments, the right experiences, and then it's still plenty fun. I appreciate you checking, No Moons. I appreciate you checking. I don't think I have a lot of good microbes on my hands. I think I keep those mostly on my balls. So I don't wash those too often, you know. I want to keep all my good microbes. But my hands, I think mostly the bad microbes hang out there. It's a bad part of town. Bad part of microbe town. Well, Boba Fett. Look, I don't care how natural it is. I don't want any poop on my hands. Okay? I'm not worried about lacking immunity because I don't have enough poop on my hands. You can have all the poop on your hands you want, but I don't know. I'm just not into it. I don't care how good the microbes are. If they're microbes from my poop, I don't want them on my hands. Or anybody else's poop, too. You know? It's not just my poop I feel that way about. I'm not obsessive compulsive about washing my hands. The only time I am very religious about it and do a thorough job of it is before preparing food. Anytime before I prepare food, I wash my hands probably twice before I start cooking. Because, you know, I don't want my day's grossness to get on food. You know, I sit here when watching cartoons, just Al Bundying the shit out of things. So, definitely want to wash my hands before making food. Uh, okay, well, good for you, Boba Fett. You and your poop hands. I concede that you and your poop hands have better immunity than me and my non poop hands. And also, please don't shake my hand. I mean, I agree that nobody should have been wearing masks. We should have all just let it run its course from the outset so that, people develop immunities to COVID. That's why I said from the outset, let it run its course. Nobody listened to me. But that doesn't mean, Boba Fett, that anybody should follow your poop hands example. I don't care how wonderfully it works for you. I don't think doctors around the world should prescribe to people, you know what, to stay healthy this flu season, try getting a little more poop on your hands. So, you know, you and your filthy habits can just enjoy each other. Enjoy each other's company. You should go wash up in that disgusting river they have in India. Get your hands up in there and go probing, huh? Well, yeah. You should go wash it up in that disgusting river that they have in India where it's like people are washing their face and dead bodies are floating by. That's not how you get rid of dead bodies. Don't just float them down the river, for fuck's sake. You should burn them. That's how we should deal with every dead body. Just start a funeral pyre like the Vikings did, and just burn it to shit. And say, well, done and done. We don't have room for all these dead bodies everywhere. Where are we going to put all these dead bodies? How much ground are we going to dedicate to putting these pointless boxes with dead bodies in them? At least they should just throw people in a hole in the ground and like plant a tree over them, rather than making it like humans are such dicks, right? They're like, I'm gonna consume all of this stuff from the environment all the time, but then even when I'm dead, you can't have me back, Earth. You cannot have me back. I want to be preserved with formaldehyde, mummified, put in a box, buried deep under the ground. Are there actually dead bodies? Yeah. They'll dig them up eventually and make a subdivision. Yeah, exactly. Reed 13th. Just throw the body in a hole, cover it with dirt, forget the box, forget the removal of innards and whatever else they do. Just throw it in a hole, for fuck's sake, and plant a tree over it. Can I show you them? No, I don't have any dead bodies myself. Every once in a while, I'll have a dead mouse because the cats will bring in a mouse. But I just throw those away right away. I have no reason to keep those. I don't have any dead bodies, Joji. I'm dead body free. I'm not saying what I should do with the dead bodies that I have. I'm saying what people in general should do with dead bodies is they should just throw them in a hole rather than have this big, like, dress you up in a suit and put you in a box and all that stuff. Both of my parents were cremated. They're in the garage, actually. So I don't have any dead bodies, but I do have 2 urns of ashes here. Okay, Azura, can you stop, please, with your very sexualizing talk? I sound like your grandpa? Well, your grandpa must be very, very cool. No, you're right, Wreath 13th. We've gotten to where death is this sort of money making performance. Well, you know, I don't get it either, Simple Girl 357. I don't get it at all. My mom's here. You're back from the dead, Mom. Welcome. Azura, Azura, Azura. You need to become interested in something other than just that, okay? Like, I don't know if you're even aware of this, Azura, but I'm the founding member and president of Anal Wreckage Anonymous, which is a group that I host meetings for people who like to stick unusually large things up their butt, like a guitar, for example, or a goat. Choji says, I haven't seen my grandpa in 2 years because my dad doesn't like him. I'm sorry to hear that, Joji. Family disputes like that are very unfortunate. Yeah, Wreath 13th. Or is it Wreath the 13th? It must be Wreath the 13th, not Wreath 13th. I guess. But, I watched the show yesterday that I watched, and I've been watching the whole season. It's called Wedding Rings. And, okay, will you stop, Azura, please? Just leave it be. Just let it go. Wreath the 13th. Yeah, that's easier to say than Wreath 13th. Wreath the 13th. I know. Stop it already, Azura. Jesus Christ. Azura's not a lady, I don't think. Azura is a red-faced, sad robot. The healing is not as rewarding as the hurting, I didn't know that. Well, I would hope that they can get attention in some other fashion some of the time. I think that would be good. I see that you're back, yes. I see that you're back, and I'm glad you're back. It's 7:30 in the morning, Joji. 7:30 in the morning, but that's just clock time. My watch still says 6:30 in the morning because my watch is on old time. My watch hasn't sprung forward yet. The rest of the clocks, like, well, not the rest of them, but like the clock on the laptop, the clock on the phone, those obviously fix themselves. Reed the 13th says, I'm down for trolling, but right time, right place. This is not the place for it. Too wholesome. It's funny that you consider this too wholesome. I like being thought that. I think it's wonderful, but it's a little surprising because not something I've really been accused of in the past, being too wholesome. I'm in the state of California, near Yosemite in Mariposa County. And according to the Microsoft weather thing, which is just like completely, I don't even know how accurate it is at all, because sometimes it'll tell me shit like, oh, it's 33 degrees right now. That's what it says, right? But then maybe like 20 minutes from now, it'll say it's 41 degrees. I find it hard to believe it increased 8 degrees in that little time. Thanks. I inherited it from my father. Hey, it's Emily again. Emily, how wonderful to see you again here today on Talking with Famous People's live stream. Your arrival is like the morning sunshine, brightening the new day. Is that what you mean by wholesome? That's the kind of whole I sum right there, okay? I'm going to show you something really wholesome right now. Let's go outside and let's wholesome of this day. This is a wholesome fucking day. I mean, frickin'. I'm sorry. Biscuits and gravy. What am I saying? Oh, look, there's a squirrel over there even, standing there, waiting for cutlets. Because this is some cutlet. This is a cutlet providing live stream. And if you want the whole, the sum, and every other bit of wholesomeness, then watch with your eyes right now what you're about to see. I'm going to put some cutlets for the Woodland friends. They're going to appreciate it. Your eyes are going to appreciate it. You're going to experience a pleasantness and a wholesome, down-home feel that you just can't get on any other live stream. So here we go. Let's put some cutlets. All right. I think we all feel a little bit better knowing that the Woodland friends have been served some cutlets. And that they will no doubt be down shortly to enjoy the cutlets. And at that point, maybe I will return outside, show you the Woodland friends enjoying the cutlets. And that's what you call a complete circle of wholesomeness. Completing the wholesomeness circle. Hi, Gaming with Brooklyn, grandchild, by Joji. Mr. Kim Jong-un is here. Are you looking at things and pointing at things? I'm 52 years old. I see you, grandson, Gaming with Brooklyn. Right now, we're going to have some time with this BBC, namely Big Black Cat. Except instead of black, he's gray. He's a BGC. Yes, you need so many pets. I'm sorry, I didn't mean you to re-encourage him. You know, sometimes when you are riffing, you never know what's been spiffing. Yeah, he's a silly boy. He's a good boy, even though he's a pain in the ass. I love him. I can't help it. He's such a baby. For being like this huge, tough cat from the streets, he's so much more of a baby than Capio, who's way more self-sufficient than he'd ever dream of being. Which is kind of odd because, you know, this cat was a stray from the streets, you know. He was a tomcat until animal control picked him up and cut his balls and clipped his ear to show that they cut his balls, you know. And then, all of a sudden, he became like Captain Loves-A-Lot Kitty, who took over our family. He also has AIDS. Yes, it's true. My cat has AIDS. But you know, we try not to discriminate him because of his AIDS. Discriminate against him. This is what he wants. He wants me to just stand in here and watch him eat all day long. Super boring. Yeah, I have a wife. She's upstairs asleep, or maybe downstairs asleep. She may have gone into the master bedroom. We start off the night together, and then she goes upstairs to sleep. Sometimes she comes back downstairs to sleep. But this cat sleeps with me, and he really takes up a lot of room. He makes it difficult for us to sleep together. Yeah, sometimes I'll kick him off the bed, but he knows how to be adorable, and he'll like get up between the two of us, and at first like try to make himself small, and you're kind of like, oh, okay, well. Then in a second, he's sprawled out. He's taking up more room than either me or Rachel. I mean, we do start the night together every night, but usually after I fall asleep, she goes upstairs. And it's not like we have marriage wrestling before bed. We tend to do that at other times, more like middle of the day. The Pepsi logo is spelled incorrectly. Pepsi. I mean, that is how you spell Pepsi. Oh, Heroland's been around for a long time, Joji. That's fine. He he's I'm not worried at all about him being ageist or whatever. Coming from him, it's completely out of character. I'm sure he's just sort of referencing the live stream title. And besides, it doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. You know, people come in here all the time and tell me I'm old or whatever. It's not like I've ever been unaware of my age, and I'm also aware of the fact that I look older, I think, than I am, a little bit at least. And I just don't care, you know. It doesn't bother me at all. It's whatever it is. I naturally experience some existential dread as I am fully into the second half of my life, you know. But that's unrelated to what people say on YouTube. I don't give a fuck. Do I have kids? I have one kid. I'm 52. I have one kid, and she's 25 years old, and her name's Delilah. Uh, I don't know what Pum Pum is, Big Otis. So I'm going to say no. Uh, yeah, so I'm 52. My wife, Rachel, is 39. My daughter, Delilah, is 25. Delilah lives in Los Angeles. Rachel and I live up here in Mariposa. And that's my whole family in a nutshell. I got an aunt lives in Virginia, but 39. I'm 52, she's 39. So, you know, a decent sized age gap, 13 years. Mm. Yes, here, Lamb, we understand that Boba Fett has his troubles. How long have I been married? We've been married since July. We've been together over 4 years now. And we've been through a lot of stuff together, you know. Life's easy now, but most of the time of our relationship was actually challenging. Here you go. I'll show you a picture of Rachel. I'm not sure where this was taken. There. I guess you don't need to see a picture of me. You need to see a picture of Rachel. There. There you go. There she is. Where is this picture taken? Oh, at the Grove House? Oh, right. Yeah, at the Grove House. And Rachel takes pictures of herself with different makeups on to look at them on herself. We've got partner sharing, so I unfortunately have all those pictures that I'm not very interested in because they're just pictures of her looking at herself with like this color makeup or that color makeup or this foundation or stuff like that. So I think it's boring to look at those pictures. This is cool. When did I make this? It don't appear to be especially occupied. What do you think of Hornitos with a little bit of heaven? Don't drive like hell through it. This is when I went fishing that one day by myself. And you see here, some very old-fashioned looking places, including this old home or building or whatever it is, and this old building here, Gagliardo and Co. General Store, no longer open obviously. Well, that was interesting. Yeah. I remember when I went there. Goodbye, Joji. Thanks for subbing. He should play What Would You Say by the Dave Matthew Band. I'm not going to play What Would You Say by the Dave Matthew Band. No, I don't have any feet pics. I'm sorry. I sometimes, my feet do periodically show up on camera, but even then, you're getting socks and tatami slippers. You're not getting raw feet. I mean, I don't always wear socks. In the summer, I'm not going to be wearing socks probably. You might occasionally glimpse of my amazing feet. But I don't know why you or anybody else would want to. Oh yeah, Carl. Oh yeah. We are talking Eric's feet. These size 12s are, could be size 12, could be size 13, depends which shoe I get. It's never smaller than 12, so 12, 12 and a half, I don't know, sometimes 13 if it's a small brand of shoe or something. Everything's been going well, Carl. No, thank you, Eric Michalak. I do not want socks from you. Thank you very much. Got a quarter tank of gas in my new E-Class, but that's alright because I'm hood rich. What's an E-Class? Is that a Mercedes-Benz? Good morning, good time. It's a good time to say good morning. Well, that's the hood cheat codes. Well, I'm not sure what all of that is all about. But what I am sure is that it's time for me to go outside for a little bit of a health tube. And, okay, we're going to do it. Fine. We're going to do it. We're just going to bite the bullet and we're going to do it. You almost missed some important shit, but I'm glad you didn't hear Lamb, and I'm glad for you too, good time. That's why they make it such that it's Sunday morning, because not usually that much important stuff happens on Sunday morning, you know? But one thing that's important that happens on Sunday morning is Sunday is the day at which I have to take the trash up to the street. And of course, before I take all the trash up to the street, I want to get all the mostly full or all the way full of trash bags and put them in the trash cans. What do you think about the fact that it's trash day? Well, if you're like me, you think, oh, I have to take the trash cans up to the street. Oh. But then you're also like, thank God I remembered this week. Because I frequently enough forget about it. Alright. Now here's the thing. How much water is still in the little scoop up there? Because I don't really feel like putting my boots on. But I also don't feel like getting my socks wet. What a conundrum. Let's take a look at this squirrel. There. I think you'll enjoy looking at that squirrel. Okay. One trash that I have to get before I take the trash cans up to the street is what's known as the grossest trash of all. What is the grossest trash of all? Let me tell you. Obviously, it's the cat litter trash. No trash quite as gross as this trash. Okay. All right. There we go. Let's put the super gross cat litter trash in the trash can. As per meow. Okay, now I've got 3 trash cans that are ready to be taken up to the street. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you up here so you can see my amazing technique that I'm going to use bringing these trash cans up. Okay, watch my amazing technique. Wow, says everybody. Eric, your technique's amazing. Okay. All right, now, listen. You can't ride down this, okay? I've tried before. It doesn't steer at all. You just end up going off into the rocks over here. So don't even bother trying. Now I have one more trash can to take up there. And then I have one empty trash can. So I guess let's just go ahead and take this other trash can up there now. Even though I don't really feel like it that much. Okay. Here we go. Up the driveway with the trash can to the street. And we'll put it next to the other trash can. Like this. There. Done and done. Phew. My hands are cold. I don't know if that's normally something that makes you say phew. But nevertheless, my hands are cold. Ooh. Morning, Cameron.
How are things?
You got to do the thug shake. You got to do the thug shake. A shake, 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 shake. You do the thug shake.
Always shake like a bug. Morning, Winston Smoke. You been up a while?
Yeah. I got up actually. I thought I got up at like 3:30, 3:45 maybe, but then I realized I had forgotten to spring forward.
Oh, did we have a time change or something?
Yeah, it's actually, if your watch says coming up on 7, it's an hour slow.
Okay. Try not to be late to church or whatever.
How many times a month do they pick up the trash? Once a week. We could have gotten once every 2 weeks service, but well, when we first moved in, I figured we'd have a lot of trash to throw away, which we did plenty of times. Have I made one of my pizzas for Cameron? I don't believe I have. Have I?
I think last time we probably had pizza out of the freezer, maybe. Is
Oh.
there a certain special pizza? Maybe?
Yeah, and she's talking about the pizza that I make myself,
Oh, no.
which is cracker crust, super thin pizza that I make a certain way. Rachel really likes it a lot.
Should be cool.
You might too. Maybe we'll make that today. I don't know.
Okay.
I what am I doing to the pizza? Well, basically, I make the dough and then I roll it out super flat as I possibly can roll it. Then I put just tomato paste on it rather than any kind of sauce, right? Just tomato paste, a thin layer of that. Then garlic powder, some fried onions, cheese, meat, and you will discover that you've got a very delicious pizza. Put it in a cold oven. Yeah.
Oh.
Cook it for 20, 22 minutes, depending on what thing you're cooking it on. Because it's such a thin crust. Such a thin crust. Oh, right, Rascal Flatbed. I remember you. I believe you left me hanging the other day. I was talking to you about something and you just disappeared. Yes, tomato paste. Very thin layer of it, Carl. You don't want to go too thick with tomato paste or it'll taste too tomato pasty. But you do it just the right thickness of tomato paste. It's perfect. It's the best kind of pizza sauce there is, really.
There was a time that I was growing tomatoes and basil, and so I went through the deep dive of trying to learn to make pizza. And you can make some pretty good pizza on your own. Crumble up some bits of stuff on there. You can almost put anything on there. As long as it's cheese related, tomato related, vegetable or meat related.
Yeah.
No skunks. No feet, no skunks. That'd fuck it up. But
Yeah.
everything else is good.
I appreciate somebody who says, "Dude, you a doo-doo smasher." Who just lied straight to our faces here? Are you talking about Rascal Flatbed? Who says, "Dude, you a doo-doo smasher"? I do think that that's an interesting way to greet somebody first thing in the morning. Is, "Dude, you a doo-doo smasher." I'm not a doo-doo smasher, though.
I always like how comments like that have a certain level of grammar.
Well,
It's good.
I mean, I think it's a fun term.
Mm-hmm.
No, it is good. It's super good. I'm telling you, it's really good.
Like, what's a plunger? Is a plunger a doo-doo smasher? It's got to be, right?
I guess in the plumbing industry, yeah, I would say so.
Or even just a plumber himself. Somebody might refer to plumber as a doo-doo smasher. Go out and have to smash doo-doo.
Yeah, or a septic tank person.
Yeah.
What was the utility vehicle in the garage? It was a Kawasaki Mule Ranch Edition.
Pro. Don't forget the pro. That's the badassness.
All right.
Anything that says pro is extra cool.
It's the Mule Pro Ranch Edition.
I think people are going to start just naming their kid pro nowadays.
Yeah.
I had a kid in class. His name, it was all one word, no spaces. King Joseph.
Wow. King Joseph, all one word, no spaces, huh?
Yeah, to have a student named King and who wanted to be called King, that was a real situation. I mean, I was a sub, so I didn't have to know him forever, but that was interesting for the parents to do that to the kid.
Yeah, well, I tell you, it's surprising, Carl. I just made it that way, I think, the first time because I just thought, I don't know, I was like, I have to try it with tomato paste. It's better, I'm telling you. Super good. I can't show you a pizza because, the car? Yeah, I show you the little car. I got the people confused. I got good time confused with Carl. Uh, sure, I'll show you the little car. I call it the little wilderness car. And it's because it goes on these wilderness roads that are near my house. Cameron and I might be taking it out not that much later today. And if we do, I'm planning to go to the road where I actually get enough reception I can live stream from there. So it's a Mule Pro FXT Ranch Edition 2021, 2022, 2021. I'm not sure. It's fairly new. You can tell that it's the Ranch Edition because it has this little thing on it right here. That's how you know it's the Ranch Edition. I don't know anything about these little cars really. It was parked here in the driveway of this house when it was parked right here when we were shopping for a house. And we were looking at this house. And when we got more for our house in LA than we expected, I'm like, I want to buy that little car too. So we bought it. It's EPS. What does that stand for? Electric Power Steering. And, this back thing, this whole back thing will tilt up like this to dump stuff out of it. And it's got a winch on the front of it that I've never used. But you could winch stuff with this winch here. The thing is, obviously, if you're going to winch stuff, it came with this cat too. If you're going to winch stuff, probably you'd be winching yourself, because you got stuck, like Cameron was saying it to me just the other day. It's got a windshield to keep the wind off of you. And, these things are good to tie things onto. So it's got a variety of, it's got a cup holder. As you see here, it's got one on the other side as well, a cup holder. It's got 4-wheel drive and 2-wheel drive. It's got a crazy amount of headlights on it, actually. The lights on it are very bright. If you turn on all the lights, you can see way better than car headlights. And then you can have the differential locked or not locked. It's got various things going on for a little wilderness car. I like it. It's going to be perfect for managing the vacation rental too, because it's just down the street. We could put trash or whatever in the back of this. Not have to put it in the back of our car. Bring it back here, put it in our trash cans. That way we don't have to get trash service for the vacation rental either. So,
Did they like the wilderness car?
I think I liked it. Good time, gave me 4 thumbs up. The other reason why it's good to have the little wilderness car here at this house actually is because I'll show you. Over here, there's a road that goes, like not a road, it's like a little, like a driveway kind of. But it goes down to the shed. So if I want to get stuff from the shed, and I'm lazy, which I am, then I can drive the little wilderness car down this little road here, and it goes to the shed down there. So I can get stuff from the shed in the little wilderness car and then bring it back up to the top. So that's pretty cool. Because, I don't want to have to carry heavy things up the hill in my arms. And there's no way my car could make it down that steep little driveway and back up much of the year. Sometimes a year maybe it could, but when it's wet, that road's pretty slippy. Squirrels do 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 squirrels do 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 do. All I really want is squirrels. Well, I think I'll be wrapping this up pretty. Oh, you want to zoom on that squirrel? Sure, I get you. There are 3 squirrels on the wall right now. Okay. That's some hot squirrel action. Squirrel number 2. Squirrel number 3. Also over there. Squirrel number 4. We got a 4-banger of squirrels. So I'm going to be wrapping this up pretty soon. And I need to go to the bootjack market to get cigarettes. I don't know if Cameron feels like going with me, or if he'd like rather wait till I return. Fine too.
You gonna roll down to the boot jack?
Yeah, I gotta go to bootjack
Yeah,
here
we
pretty
can do that,
quick.
sure.
All right, cool. All right. So, yeah, I never did smoke any crack on my live stream, Rascal Flapdead. So, sorry that you had that misconception. I'm sure it's entirely your fault. I think Caroline was talking shit about your car.
My car.
I think so. I'm not sure.
Whatever. Okay.
All right. So, I'm going to say adios, amigos. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and then Cameron and I are going to go to bootjack. All right. And then maybe we can get back. I also want to take a couple of gas cans with me to bootjack.
Yeah, probably wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, when we get
Yeah,
back,
sure.
fill up the little wilderness car.
Sure.
Maybe.
Oh, so you want to take the wilderness card over there?
Not the bootjack.
But, okay, yeah. So you're...
Yeah, I'm just saying when I get back, then with gas, I can fill up the little wilderness car.
Yeah. Oh, Carl wants to see you go poop. Sorry, Carl.
This time I'm gonna pass, Carl. I'm gonna say, let me get my phone charging, and I will probably see you again later, maybe streaming from outside. Okay.